Hey there, good morning and welcome to 4 minutes at 4 a.m. with Kuldeep Eregodu, right? So today we are discussing about the power of mindful decision making. Now, this is one of the most important aspect which you should follow in your daily routine, right? So every day you should be mindful enough. Whatever activity you do, even if you are eating your lunch, eating your breakfast, eating your dinner, you should have it mindfully, right? Now, whatever the activity, whatever the work, whatever the focus, whatever you do, it has to be with the help of mindfulness. Now, why mindfulness is so powerful? Because how you make the choice that aligns with your values of goal determines the mindful activity, right? You need to be mindful, and whatever the decision you make in your life, whatever the decision you make in your activity, in your work, in your everything, that determines the path for your success. If you are mindful enough in making a proper decision, then you are at the right path and at the right time, right? Now, there are three things to add to this particular mindful making decision, right? Let me explain one by one what are those three things, right? The number one is practicing mindfulness allows you to pause and reflect before making decision, leading to more thoughtful and intentional choices. What do you mean by that? Now, when you practice this mindfulness activity, okay, now it is very simple to practice mindfulness activities. I'll come back to that particular aspect. When you have this mindfulness, or when you practice this mindfulness activity, that allows you to pause whenever you're doing something. It allows you to pause for a second, or for 5 6 seconds or 10 seconds, and then it will help you in making the right decision. Whatever the path you're choosing is right or wrong for you. Okay, now in order to practice mindfulness, see, just go with this. Whenever you are having breakfast, do not have any kind of distraction. Do not watch mobile. Do not watch TV. Rather, concentrate on what you are eating. Concentrate on the taste. Concentrate on the ingredients which has gone into that, which is giving you a lot of pleasure, which is filling your stomach and stuff like that. That is called as mindfulness activity, right? So that was the first aspect. Now, the second aspect is that now, by turning into your thoughts and emotions, you can identify any bias or external influences that may impact your decision-making process. What do you mean by that? See, when you are turning into your thoughtful and emotions, that means whenever you are emotionally disturbed or whenever there is a thoughtful process which is going on, you can identify any of these bias. If there is any sort of bias, if there is any sort of emotion, that can be cut, that can be reduced with the help of your mindfulness activity. Now, why this is very important? Because it impacts in your decision making ability. It impacts in what path you're choosing. It impacts in how you're choosing and what else you're doing, right? So that's the only aspect in regards to mindfulness activity. Now, the third important aspect is mindful decision making involves considering the long-term consequences of your choices and evaluating whether they align with your personal value and overcharging goals. Okay, now see, whenever you have your long-term decision making abilities, or whenever you have considered your long-term mind consequences of what might be happening if I take the decision right now, okay, that is going to enhance, it is going to help you in making a proper decision, in evaluating whether whatever the decision you are making mindfully, that aligns with your long-term vision, that with your personal value, and whether you are not overachieving your goal, right? Now, what do you mean by overachieving your goal? Though you have achieved your goal, again you are going beyond your goal. That is called as your overachieving your goal. Now, instead of wasting that energy on your overachieving your goal, you can devote that particular energy in a new goal setup, right? So this was the important aspect of the power of mindful decision making. Now, you need to practice mindful even when you're watching this particular video. Mindfully, you should watch this particular video. Whatever the activity you do, mindfully you do that without any distraction, proper focus. Then your life will become easy. You will make a proper decision in your life, in every aspect of your life. Hope this was useful. This is Kuldeep Eregodu signing off until we meet again in the next morning. Thank you. Have a great time. Bye-bye.